Welcome to all the students once again. Till now, we have completed the subtopic of first chapter, that is meaning, objectives, scope, and importance of business finance. Today, in this video, we will see the second subtopic, that is time value of money. In this time value of money, we will first go through its need and importance. So let us start. First, we will see what does time value of money means. See, money has a value. It means that value of money changes at different point of time. It refers to the fact that money received today carries more value than the same amount of money received at some other date in future. It says that whatever the money which we are receiving today has more value than the same amount which we will receive in some future date. जो पैसा हमें आज मिल रहा है उसकी वैल्यू ज़्यादा है जबकि वही पैसा अगर हमें फ्यूचर में मिले. So this what your time value of money means. Your time value of money is very important in taking financial decisions. These financial decisions consist of making investment alternatives, solving the problems related to loans, leases, and savings. In this way, it is a common denominator for discussing financial transactions and financial opportunities. It is fundamental in many areas of finance to determine trade-off between risk and return. It means whatever the risk the firm is taking in investing in a particular proposal, what return it will get in future. So this can be calculated with the help of time value of money. Now we will see time preference of money. A rational individual always hold a preference for possession of a given amount of cash at the present time rather than possessing the same amount at some future time. Means an individual has a tendency to possess a given amount of cash if he is receiving at present rather than possessing the same amount at some future time. Means अगर मुझे वही पैसा मुझे आज मिल रहा है तो मैं चाहूँगी कि मैं अभी ले लूँ जबकि वही पैसा अगर मुझे फ्यूचर में मिले तो इसको हम क्या बोलते हैं टाइम प्रेफरेंस ऑफ मनी. Such time preference for money arises because of number of reasons. That type of condition arises because of following reasons. The first reason is risk associated with the future. As we know, future is very uncertain. And because of the risk involved due to this uncertainty, an individual prefers to have current money rather than receiving the same in future. So, because of the uncertainty in future, the individual thinks that we should consume the cash at present only rather than receiving it in the future. So, this is the one reason. The next is preference for present consumption. Every individual has a preference for present consumption as compared to future consumption because the present money can be used to make purchases of some consumer durable or other requirements. And also the purchasing power of money decreases with the time due to inflationary conditions prevalent in the economy. So this makes an individual to have the amount or to have the amount of cash at the present time. Okay. And the last reason is reinvestment opportunities. Even when an individual does not need money for consumption purposes, he always has an opportunity to invest and earn some return on it. It means that if an individual is not using the money for the consumption purposes, he can use that money for the investment purposes. For example, see, A gets 10% per annum as interest on a saving bank deposit. So if he is not using the money for the consumption purposes, he may use for the investment. See, here he is investing the money in saving bank deposit, which is providing 10% interest. So here A has two options. He can get that 200 rupees today only, or he can receive rupees 110 after a year. So if you see here 100 rupees is the present value, means आज money की value क्या है 100 है, एंड जो 10 रुपीज़ है वो उसका इंटरेस्ट है, and that is we can consider as a compensation for waiting. Means A is waiting for 1 year because he is getting rupees 10 for it. That is why he is waiting. So he is getting rupees 10 for that waiting. And rupees 110 क्या हुआ? It is a future value. Means if he is getting 10% interest, so after 1 year he is getting 110 rupees. So in this way, that 100 rupees, it turned out to be 110 rupees if he is investing. So in this way, he can invest the money if he is not using for the consumption purposes. So because of all the above stated reasons, individuals have time preference for money. It is very important for the finance manager to take into account time preference for money. Otherwise, he will make incorrect decisions. Okay. And in most of the financial decisions, there is a series of cash inflows and outflows occurring at different points of time. So, in order to make them comparable, TVM helps in converting the monies received at different point of time into equivalent values at a particular point of time. So, this was all about your time preference of money. And let us go to the need of time value of money. Why there is a need for time value of money? First is computation of future value of an investment made today. You can compute the future value of the investment which is made today. If a firm is investing in a particular project or proposal, it can calculate its future value with the help of time value of money. That is why there is a need for time value of money. Okay. Next comes maximization of corporate wealth. The concept of the maximization of corporate wealth necessarily involves the study of the time value of money. This is because the benefits that a firm expects to receive from an investment are usually spread out over a period of time. If you are investing in a particular project or proposal, it basically is fixed for a particular period of time. And to know such benefits, one need to translate into their present value so as to facilitate their comparison with the initial investment, and thereby to ascertain whether the investment has really added something to corporate wealth. It means what? कि अगर मैंने आज इन्वेस्टमेंट किया है और मैं जानना चाहती हूँ कि उस इन्वेस्टमेंट का फ्यूचर में क्या बेनिफिट मिलेगा, तो मैं क्या करूँगी, उस फ्यूचर बेनिफिट का कैलकुलेशन में क्या करूँगी, प्रेजेंट में करूँगी. जो मैंने प्रेजेंट में कैलकुलेट किया है कि मुझे क्या फ्यूचर में बेनिफिट मिल सकता है, उसका मैं कंपैरिजन क्या करूँगी, आज के इनिशियल इन्वेस्टमेंट में करूँगी. ठीक है. अगर मैंने आज इन्वेस्टमेंट किया है 100 रुपीज़ का और फ्यूचर में मुझे लगता है कि 120 रुपीज़ का मुझे बेनिफिट होगा, तो मैं उस 120 रुपीज़ का वैल्यू आज के समय में उसकी वैल्यू को मैं कैलकुलेट करूँगी. और अगर आज के समय में उसकी वैल्यू ज़्यादा आ रही है मेरे 100 रुपीज़ से, जो कि मैंने पहले इनिशियल इन्वेस्टमेंट मेरा था, तब वो इन्वेस्टमेंट मेरे लिए क्या होगी, फ़ायदेमंद होगी. इन दिस वे इट हेल्प्स टू इंक्रीज द वेल्थ ऑफ द कॉर्पोरेट. दैट इज वाई मैक्सिमाइजेशन ऑफ कॉर्पोरेट वेल्थ it is said. So this is the another reason for the time value of money, why we need. Next comes relevant to shareholders' wealth. The concept of time value of money is also relevant to the shareholders who make present sacrifices in the form of dividend in the expectation of future benefits. So they would also thus like to know the present value of future benefits so as to find out whether these further future benefits exceed their present sacrifice or not. So these are the 3 reasons why we need time value of money. Now let us go to the importance of time value of money. The first important is investment decision. As we know that resources are very scarce, and these resources are to be used very effectively and efficiently by the management or by the firm. Especially in the case of small businesses who have limited resources to invest in business operations, activities and expansion. And one of the factors that has to be looked into it is how to invest. As the resources are scarce for these small businesses, then the main point comes here that in which thing or in which proposal they have to invest. And in deciding the investment objectives, your time value of money plays very important role. So first reason is for investment decisions. Second comes useful for stockholders. It is equally useful for stockholders too who do not directly participate in the management of the enterprise, but are supposed to see that the management is working at their best interest. So this can be ensured if they have gained the knowledge of time value of money. So this is your second importance of time value of money. The last comes capital budgeting decision. As I have told you earlier, capital budgeting means investment in long-term investments. That is what your capital budgeting means. Okay. Now, when a firm or a business chooses to invest money in a project such as an expansion or diversification of the business or a strategic acquisition or just purchase of few equipments, it may be years before that project begins producing a positive cash inflow. The business needs to know whether those future cash flows are worth for the today's investment. It means that if we are investing today, we have to see that the future benefits which the firm is going to receive is worth for that investment or not. So in this way, time value of money plays very important role in deciding or in taking the decisions relating to capital budgeting. So these were the importance of time value of money, that is investment decision, useful for stockholders, and capital budgeting decision. So this was the meaning of time value of money, the reasons for the time preference of money, and the need and importance of time value of money. In the next video, we will see the present value and the future value and how we can calculate it. So till then, thank you.